like it.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Rainy Nights, the segment of my YouTube channel where I interview other motovloggers and motorcycle personalities. If you haven't been here before, I am Rainy Rider. I ride a 2019 BMW Grand America and a 2021 Harley Sportster. Feel free to give the channel a like and a subscribe. Tonight we have Sammi G-Doe and Toni the Tigress. You guys want to say hello?
Hello.
I just want to say I gave Toni her rock star name, so I'll take full
Yes, you
credit for
did.
that. All right, so in no particular order, where are you from and what do you ride?
I'm originally from West Moulton, Ohio, and I ride a Honda Rebel 500 ABS. Is it 2021? Yeah. 2021.
Nice. And
I am originally from New Carlisle, Ohio, and I ride a 2000 Yamaha V-Star 1100 Classic, and I also have a 1996 Suzuki Katana 600.
nice. And I
In
do
the
like
other
that one.
Honda.
That one doesn't count.
No, what is it? It counts. If you got it, it counts. What is it?
I bought her first motorcycle, which is a Honda Rebel 250. It's in my name, so technically it's my motorcycle.
That is your motorcycle. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's kick this off. Interestingly enough, you guys had the most interesting wedding ride out I have ever seen. You guys want to tell us about it? And whose idea was it?
Oh,
It was actually my idea.
so originally Samantha wanted to do a white trash redneck wedding
With motorcycles included.
with motorcycles included, but I did not want that at all.
Why not, too?
I don't know.
She's too classy.
Too classy.
Classy
But it
chicks.
was my idea. It was my idea to use the guest book as a motorcycle tank.
That's true.
Oh, yeah. Very
Yeah.
awesome. Yes. Yes.
Yes.
And you
Yes.
can keep it forever. So even when you go
Yes.
to a different bike, the tank stays, buy a cheap tank, put it on it, and sell it. And
Exactly.
very cool. But yeah, the coolest thing I've ever seen. I thought it was absolutely awesome.
Oh, thank you.
So how long have you been riding? Sammy, we'll let you go first.
I've been riding on and off for about 10 years, but legally like 4 years.
Legally? What's that mean? Okay.
What about you?
I think I've been riding for 3-4 years now.
I think it's 3.
I think it's
You
3
got
years.
your permit a year after I got my license.
Yeah, so 3 years I've been riding.
Okay. If anybody in the audience has some questions, make sure you put them in the chat, and we will answer. Just put my name up there at Rainy Rider where I can see it pop up in orange, and I'll be able to. I won't miss your questions. I hate missing your questions. So, would you consider yourself a fair weather rider or a rough rider?
Fair weather. I will openly admit it. I will ride like in the rain if I have to, but I prefer not to. I am not a rainy rider.
Me, I'm more of a fair weather, but like Samantha said, I'm more like, if I have to, then I will, but I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't mind riding in the rain. I won't go, oh, look, it's raining. I better get outside. It just, if it is, sometimes it's actually therapeutic to ride in the rain. I'll catch myself in it, and by accident, I find myself enjoying it. So, not a bad thing. So, how did you get into motorcycles?
You want to go first? A lot of my family had always ridden motorcycles. It was something I was always interested in as a kid, and I just decided when I turned 30 to get my license and go for it.
Yep. Me, growing up, I had a neighbor. He would build motorcycles and he would do like custom paint jobs for people. But after we moved, I kind of fell off of motorcycles. I really thought they were cool though, but I never rode one until Samantha got her motorcycle and I started riding on the back of hers and I was like, okay, this just isn't comfortable anymore. My butt's going numb. So after that, Samantha got me a motorcycle and I just started riding. And ever since then, like, I love it. It's so therapeutic.
It's like a virus. Once you do it, it's like you can't stop.
Yeah.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Can't stop, won't stop. All right, Sammy.
What was the question?
How did you get into motorcycles?
Oh, just from family.
Okay. Oh, I thought there was more to that. Okay. Right on. So you guys just took a taco trip. You want to tell me about it, or I won't spoil the rest of it?
So the taco truck?
Yeah, the tattoos and tacos.
Oh. So I saw on Facebook that Unfiltered Ink in Troy was having like a little flash sale event. And they were having a taco truck come. And I actually went to school with the girl who has the taco truck. So when we pulled up, she was like, Toni! I was like, oh, hey, how's it going? But so we go in to get our tattoos, right? And can I say it?
What? Oh, yeah.
Okay. We go in and we pay for everything. We give them our IDs and whatnot. And we look at the tattoos that they have on the board because you could throw a dart and whatever it landed on, you could get it tattooed on you, or you could pick one for $60. Well, we go and we look at the dartboard, and there's just tattoos of dicks.
Yeah, the majority of
all
the
over
choices
Was it the one with the butterfly
dick
wings?
related.
Yeah, they did. I was like, what is this? So I threw one, and it landed on like a
dick jellyfish.
a dick jellyfish. So I didn't get it.
He chose to pay the extra money to choose the tattoo.
I did not
Sometimes
want that
it's better.
tattooed on me.
Sometimes it's better to go the extra mile, pay a couple extra bucks.
Yeah, right.
I do know somebody who got a dick butterfly tattoo, and they had this guy had known the Navy, and they had convinced him that it meant, you know, sexual prowess and stuff. And I'm like, dude, that's not what it means. Sorry to break it to you. But he got it about that big on his arm and was proud of it until then. And then he started wearing long sleeves. So sorry, bud. Aaron has a question. Are you and Sammy and Toni going to come hang out with us at Throttle Co?
Yes.
At where?
Throttle Co.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
It's only like an hour and a half, 2-hour ride for us. So
Yeah, it's not too bad.
yeah.
Okay, cool. And we'll actually drive almost right by you on the way up there. We're actually driving up Thursday night, so we'll drive through the neighborhood. Maybe we'll stop for tacos. I don't know.
Nice.
I'll let you know. Juice, that question's coming up, and it will be later on, so I will get back to that question. So who inspires you to ride? On days that you normally wouldn't ride, what makes you get out and ride your motorcycle?
So Samantha inspires me to ride only because there's days that I don't really feel like it, where I'm just like lazy about it. She's like, oh, come on. You got this motorcycle out here waiting on you. It wants to feel the breeze too. So then I'm like, all right, might as well.
That's good motivation.
Well, she doesn't. I think last year you put maybe 500 miles on it.
Yeah.
I put the other like 900 miles on her motorcycle last year. So she just kept making excuses as to why she wasn't going to ride. I'm like, quit making excuses.
Yeah.
Get on the damn bike.
It's like going to the gym. Once you get out, it's like, oh my God, why didn't I do this sooner?
Yeah.
So just get out.
Yeah.
First,
Yeah.
getting your stuff on and getting on the bike's the hard part. Once you take off, it's like, oh, this is great. And
I think-
for sure.
it's like
you want to.
Yeah.
I think it's like I worked third shift last year, and I would ride. You know, it'd be dark outside, so I would get a little scared. I'm a little paranoid at night, you know, so I just kept making up excuses, and then I was just kind of like, you know what, whatever, let me do it.
All right, and obviously you had family, Sammy. Your family was into it, and so what makes you now get out? You're just a natural. You just want to ride every day.
It's pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty much my own inspiration to get on the motorcycle.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Love that.
Love that for you.
So, do you like solo riding or group riding? And when I say solo riding, obviously the two of you riding together. Would you rather ride just a little niche, you and her, or by yourself, or would you rather ride in a group?
I'm kind of both. I like riding in a group, and I like solo rides. But yeah, I like both of them for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get to meet so many great people, like at the Forgotten Angels. It was awesome.
Yes. Did you guys get to go on the memorial ride?
I think I did.
You did.
I did.
I was extremely burnt.
Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, I was like, made me sick type of burnt from the ride the day before.
Oh.
Being from Ohio, usually when it's cloudy, I'm like, it's only a 40-mile ride there, 40-mile ride back. I'll be fine. I won't get burnt. It's fine. No, I was way wrong. I got crispy.
Sun's different down in Florida than Ohio.
Yeah, it hits different. Absolutely. Yeah. So, what is your number for a group ride? What's the comfortable number?
For like riding
group rides? I don't really have a comfortable number. I've ridden with just like 3 or 4 of us, and I've also ridden with 3,500 people. So, I mean, anywhere in between is comfortable for me.
I'm the same.
Aaron says, you were at FA and I didn't meet you. Yes. So, actually, Juice did. Juice got to meet him. We all did Jello shots together.
Yes, we did.
Yes,
they were delicious.
I don't know where Aaron was hanging out, but yeah. He was probably drunk. He was probably trying to get meat at the store or something. Yes, he says, how did I not get to meet them? I feel like an ass. Yes, Aaron, you're an ass. But
there was so many people.
Yeah.
Yes. The first time I went to Forgotten Angels, I couldn't even tell you how many people I met and forgot their names almost like instantly because it was like person after person after person after person.
Right.
Yeah.
The second time, it was like I got to meet more people and I knew all the faces. And then the third time, it's like I was pretty comfortable. And now I'm just meeting new people, the new people that hadn't been there yet. So it just, like I said, it's just so great there and it's so different. And you get to meet awesome people. And it's great. I can never not see myself going. I will never miss another one.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what is your favorite moto meetup? And when I say moto meetup, it's the ones that happen periodically, once a year, once every 6 months or so, that you always know that you'll go to. Hint, hint.
I don't think I've really been to a moto meetup.
You've been, other than Forgotten Angels, the toy run.
Oh, yep, the toy run. Yeah, I don't really know. I'm a part of the Lita's Collective, but I haven't actually been on any of the rides because I work so much. But I would definitely, like to get on board with more rides, meetups, and stuff.
My favorite is definitely Forgotten Angels. And then I do the Highway Hikers toy run every year in October.
Yeah, Bruiser just asked about that, the Highway Hikers toy run.
Yeah.
All right, so flip side of that, what is if I was to come visit you today and ride up and said, hey, take me somewhere cool, let's ride to it and let's eat or let's, see something, where would you take me?
Somewhere cool? About the coolest place around here is Walmart.
So let's ride out of
we
town.
would go to shoot. Maybe like towards Miller Lane, like Scene 75.
Oh yeah, Scene 75. I forgot about Scene 75.
It's like a 30-minute ride from Piqua to Where's it at? Dayton. And there's like a little strip of just food all on it.
Scene 75 is a huge, basically adult arcade.
It's like a Dave and Buster's.
Yeah, but bigger.
Nice. Robin the Lady Biker says hello from Western Australia. If you,
I know that.
probably know who she is. She's very. I got to interview her a while back. She's very awesome because she's from Texas. That's what makes her awesome. And Annette wants to know if you would like to ride with her to the Babes Ride Out next year in Narrowsburg. Is it Pennsylvania or New York? It's somewhere up there. Does it even matter? Yeah. It's all the same.
New York.
There's like a little corner there that I swear to God, every time I see Her Two Wheels and Beth go up, they like 3 states. They just like do a circle in the whole time they're up there. So
yeah.
But yeah, Annette says, come on up.
If I can get the time off of work, I didn't go this year. I was gonna go. I've never actually been, but I really wanted to go this year.
Yeah.
But vacation wise, it was either Forgotten Angels Camp Out or Babes Ride Out, and Forgotten Angels went in March for the first time, and it will always be the first choice now.
Oh yeah, I will always make it. You know, I'm lucky enough that I'm centrally located that I can make a ton of weekend trips, and only have to take like a day off. But yeah, Forgotten Angels, that's a long trip. I usually take two days on the front end and a day on the back end, where I have 5 whole days to do whatever I want to down there, and it's worth it. It's always worth it. I think Robin the Lady Biker just did the bro on the West Coast, I believe. She took some girls from... she'll have to remind me, but I think she had a bunch of people from Australia meet her in Texas, and they all did a ride. So I think that's what they did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Which, yeah, she's all classy, and she's popular like that, so she can do stuff like that. But... All right, so what is the... We'll start with Toni. What's the stupidest thing you've ever done on a motorcycle?
I don't think I've done anything stupid besides go past the speed limit.
Yeah, look at that face. She's never done anything stupid.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
No, she's still fairly new. She hasn't really done anything stupid yet.
I almost popped a wheelie on the 250, though. That's probably the craziest thing I've done.
And that was by accident.
That was by accident.
So you're talking Rebel 250. You're talking the old 250s. They were the single twins, or you're talking about the...
Yeah, it's an 86.
Okay, I love those bikes. They didn't go very fast, but they were cool.
Fantastic little bike.
Still dusted you. I'm Tiffany.
So Sammy, what about you? Stupidest thing you've ever done on a bike?
Unfortunately, there was one point that I drank a little bit more than I should have and rode. I still made it home. I was fine, but once I got home, I was like, why did I just do that?
I think we've all been there, and I think that's how you learn your limits, because you go, I can do this, and then as you're doing something, in the Navy we call it the self-correcting error. It's something that you do, and as you're doing it, you go, this is stupid. And if you're smart, you never do it again. But yeah, if you don't learn from it, then it's somebody else's problem. Loose Juice asks, so the Rebel 500 can break the speed limit only in school zones. Sorry, Aaron. Okay. No, I'm kidding. No, it is nice. So Aaron rode his all the way from Ohio down to Florida. How many times did he go? I think twice. He's rode it down there, maybe 3 times, at least twice. But yeah, so it is a good long bike. It's not very good for those trips, but he's done it, and he's done it without a lot of wind protection. So will it do a trip like that? Yes. Is it good at it? Eh. If you give yourself time, yes. But
yeah,
definitely feels like it struggles when you get past 70.
Well, even my Sportster struggles when it gets past 70, so that's fair game. So can't make too much fun about it. All right. Flip side of that, Sammy, you can go first. What's the scariest moment you've ever had on a motorcycle?
I would say one night I was leaving work. I was coming home, and luckily there was no traffic or anything, but I was coming through an intersection, and my eye itched. like real bad. There was no not scratching it. So I flipped the visor up. I'm scratching my eye, and the light was turning red at the same time.
Oh, no.
And instinctually, I just grabbed the clutch and slammed on the rear brake, and it kind of slid. I was still scratching my eye the whole time, and I didn't run the light, but
Priorities.
it was scary.
All right, Toni.
I think for me, probably when you see deer on the side of the road, or I had a big old truck pull out in front of me. So that's definitely scary, but I haven't had too many occurrences really. But definitely when I see a deer on the side of the road and they start coming towards me, I panic a little bit, but I keep my arms straight.
Yep. Drive through it and hold on for dear life. Don't try to.
That's right.
If you do brake, Sammy, you had a very good idea. If you have to brake at high speed, hit the back brake first, because I've said this a million times. If you're having problems on the bike and the bike is out of control, that back brake is an anchor. Once you stop that back brake from spinning, it will straighten you up. So, and if that means taking it off the road, even in SF, they'll tell you that. If it means taking it off the road, take it off the road and hold it as straight as you can. Do not try to steer out of a messed up condition on your bike. But it's good that you're taking it slow and you're working your way up. You know, if you first get into motorcycling and everything scary happened the first year, you probably wouldn't enjoy motorcycling after that. If you have a few good years and then things start happening, you enjoy it better.
Yeah.
Because you know it's not the norm. It's like going to a restaurant and the first time you eat at a restaurant, they give you food and give you food poisoning. You never go back. If you go for years and nothing ever happens, and then one day you get bad food, you're like, well, that was a quirk. So
that's me with Chinese food.
Deer don't scare me. What scares me on the road is turtles. I hit a turtle one time. No, I've hit skunks. I've hit raccoons. I've hit anything you can imagine. Hitting a turtle, Mario Kart, dead on. When you hit a turtle, you're done. Because it'll hang in the wheel and then you're just skidding. You have no traction.
Oh, sure. Wow.
Yes, I did say hold on for deer. D-E-E-R. Okay.
Pun intended.
Yes, and the deers are crazy this year. So let's see. So Sammy, what has been your favorite part of riding motorcycles?
I would say, other than like the therapeutic feeling that it gives, I would say the community.
Yeah.
Like, it's a whole different ball game. Some of the worst rep people, but some of the best people you'll ever meet.
Yep.
And I think, especially at Forgotten Angels, is the best people, the best quality of people. And we've built a huge community around Forgotten Angels and our little weirdo Ohio people. It's weird that most of the people that are in our group are from Ohio, Northern Tennessee, Kentucky. It's crazy that most of the people that I'm now knowing are in Ohio and Northern Kentucky and the Nashville area. But yeah, it's just a great group of people.
Oh yeah.
And 9 Mil says he hit a squirrel. Squirrels I can handle. Yeah, even the Rebel can handle a squirrel. The jokes never stop. All right.
I think the best thing about riding a motorcycle, like Samantha said, is, you know, the community and like the freedom you feel when you're just cruising. And then there was this guy at work. I only talked to him a couple times about motorcycles. He came up to me like, I don't know, 6 months later, and he came up all excited about how we got a new motorcycle and he wanted to go on rides with me, like just bringing more people together and making the community bigger. It's awesome.
Somebody's asking if I have a 45 on my shirt. No, it is not a 45.
That's awesome. Was that Invader Zim?
Invader Zim, yep.
That's awesome.
There's them on a Sportster. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah. With wire rims, which I would never wear, but anyway. Wire rims, not for me. Okay, so we are halfway through the year. What plans do you have? You got any bike modifications? Places do you want to go? Meetups in Ohio somewhere?
I think I definitely want to add more to my bike. Samantha's added most of the modifications to my bike. But I definitely want to add more. And then I want to do the tail of the dragon really bad.
Okay. Why the tail of the dragon, though? Just curious.
I don't know. Maybe just to say that I did it and survived.
That's enough. The funny thing, so the scariest road I've ever been on was in Arkansas going to Eureka Springs. And it actually was a beautiful, beautiful road. I know that because people tell me, but I couldn't see it because I was hanging off the side of a cliff for about 60 miles. So, and it has a lot of 10-mile-an-hour hairpin curves. There's a lot of places that don't have guardrail. So, Tail of the Dragon, as far as I can see, is actually flat. It's not, but there's lots of views and the curves are great. But I've heard people, even Jess has said, if you take them at the posted speed limit, you have time to enjoy it, look around, and see things. It's the people who ride through these 30-mile-an-hour curves doing 80. That's the ones that want danger and excitement. So if you'll enjoy it, you will. But Sammy, what about you?
I'm just excited for Forgotten Angels.
Yes, hell yeah. I'm excited for the Forgotten Angels. It's going to happen 2 years from now. I am just.
Oh,
I've
yes.
all planned out. It gets bigger and bigger every year I go. It's bigger and bigger, and it's more awesome. And I like the people more, and there's more people there, and I get more and more involved every time. So it's a great thing.
Yeah.
If you guys don't know, Sammi has her own channel, Sammi G-Doe. So she has some great stuff on there. She did a camping video, the camp video before last. So was that your first time moto camping on a larger scale?
It was my second time moto camping, but my first time solo.
First time solo. So what have you learned that you didn't know before that?
I packed way too much.
You know what? I pack too much every time. And I will probably never not pack too much every time because you got to be ready for anything. So it's better to pack as much as you can and not need it than to need it and not have it. Especially if you're going to be on a campground like that. So okay, so for Forgotten Angels, staying on that, Sammy. So you know this one is going to be a Renaissance fair type camp out. That's going to be the theme. What is your costumes if you're going to have one?
I have no idea yet. I don't have very much Renaissance stuff. And by very much, I mean none at all. So we have friends that are actually coming down to the camp out with us that are real big into like Renaissance and all that stuff. So they're kind of guiding me on my Amazon wish list for the camp out this year.
What if you did like Robin Hood? Is that Renaissance?
Yeah, that counts. Sure.
Yeah, I'll just be a pirate. So.
Yeah, why not? So I'm thinking, so like, Michelle Rodriguez from have you seen the new Dungeons and Dragons movie?
No.
Oh God, best Dungeons and Dragons themed movie I've ever seen. So Michelle Rodriguez plays a barbarian. She's absolutely awesome. And this other girl plays a fairy, I can't remember what they're called, but they're half demon, half human, and I cannot remember what they're called. But hers is half demon, half elf. But basically, it looks like human elf with horns, usually. So I'm thinking you should go as Michelle Rodriguez's character, and you should go as the half elf, half demon character, because you got to watch the movie, and then you'll totally understand. You'll totally get it. It's absolutely awesome.
Okay.
Okay, and then also going to be another ride while we're there. It's going to be the onesie ride. Have you heard about that?
Yes, I was going to ask Aaron during his premiere if that was still going to be a thing, but I forgot to ask.
Yes, it's going to be
awesome. Yes. Okay, cool.
I'll bring my cow onesie. Shoot.
Cow onesie. Cow onesies work. Yep. I have a costume for the Ren Fair thing, and I'm going to keep it a secret to the very end. I think I've told Aaron about it, and he's probably the only one I've told. But I have to grow a beard for it. Mm-hmm. But it's a specific character from a specific fantasy anime that I watch. But I'm going to keep that quiet for a while. All right. So, Sammy, I'll get you this question first. It's out of turn, but what bike, if someone said, I just finished riding on a 250 for 6 months, I finished my MSF course, now I'm ready to get a bike that I'm going to keep for a few years, what bike should I get?
It depends on their size, really. Reliability, I would absolutely suggest Goldwing to anybody, because that bike could make it through a nuclear blast.
I agree.
But I don't know. It all depends on like what style of bike they like and all that. Because if you got someone that's only into sport bikes, then I would suggest like a
Ninja. CRV. Is that
CBR?
CBR.
A CRV. That's the Honda.
Honda though.
That's if it's gonna rain. Take the CRV. Yeah.
Right. Like a Gixxer or something like that, but cruiser. I don't know. I really like my Yamaha, and it's
fully down.
Engine size is good enough for highway and long distance and all that stuff, but it's the bike itself looks big, but it's really not that heavy. It's a good bike.
I agree. Aaron's asking, is what still a thing? He missed that because he went out for the mail. The onesie ride. We're all planning our onesie rides, so our onesie ride costumes. Tony's coming as a cow.
Yes. I have an Olaf one you can wear.
I will not fit into one of your ones.
But the only thing about the Olaf onesie is the carrot on the hat looks like a penis.
I'm wearing it.
Well, I got my daughter a Charmander onesie probably 2 or 3 Christmases ago, and I actually put it on. It's on Instagram if you look, but I'm gonna find a Charmander one big enough for me.
Nice.
That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so Toni, I know you're new to the riding scene by a few years, but what would you suggest someone get?
I would personally suggest the Honda Rebel. But instead of the 500, I would get the 1100.
Okay.
Because I got the 500, and at first I wasn't used to it, but now I'm used to it, and I feel like I should have gotten a bigger one that I have, but she still does the job. But definitely a Honda Rebel.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that because I love the bike either.
I would never tell Aaron this, although I'm fixing to. So when I was looking at bikes with my daughter, just looking to see what she liked, kind of because she wanted to get into it, I got on the 500 at the dealer and I got on the 1100, and the 1100 was so much more well balanced than the 500. When I got back on the 500, I was like, this thing feels lopsided to one side because it's more.
Yep.
When you have a bigger bike, you can have a bigger engine, you can spread it out a little more.
Yeah.
On the 500, since the engine is so small, the transmission kind of takes up too much weight, so they shove the engine way out to one side, so it makes it a little bit lopsided. Yep. So, but yeah, 1100 would be a good choice. I agree with everything. I agree with motorcycle. Motorcycle? What? Yes. Sure. Like it.
Facts.
Okay. So, Toni, you get to answer first. If you could go anywhere on a motorcycle today, and you don't have to start from home, you can start from anywhere in the world and then ride somewhere, where would you start and where would you go?
Ooh. I'd probably ride out to Arizona, like Tucson, go up to Mount Lemmon. I'd probably just start here in Piqua, honestly, and just enjoy the scenes and everything, and do some stops, some tourist stuff, whatever. But I would definitely go to Arizona.
Okay. Any particular stops on the way? Would you want to just shoot down, hit 10, and ride over, or would you want to go through like Route 66, head down?
I'd probably take 66.
For sure.
Definitely.
Okay. Sammy, same question.
Same. I would
All right.
definitely out west, but I feel like I would prefer to ride to Arizona, Mount Lemmon, and Tucson area.
Beautiful.
Okay.
I would start from here.
And the same
Probably
question.
go up to the. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, this is your show. Go ahead.
I'd probably go up to the Grand Canyon too. Because we've never been. We were supposed to go in 2019, but that didn't happen. But we did go to Arizona and Tucson, and it was gorgeous.
I heard a rumor the other day. So 2019, somebody actually went back in time and tried to fix things and just made them worse. And they got rid of the murder hornets, but at what cost?
Right.
So Sammy,
That's why everything's so messed up.
So on the way, Sammy, what would you like to stop to see on your way to Arizona?
Probably. I would stop in Texas at the Magnolia Farms.
Ooh, yeah.
In Waco. That would be definitely a stop for me.
Nice. I grew up in Texas, so I grew up in Southeast Texas, so I love it down there. And it's crazy that you can go through Texas and you can start, as you start in East Texas, you start in woods and hill country. And as you go, it gets flatter and flatter and drier until you end up in West Texas, dead in a ditch in sand. No kidding. But anyway, yeah. And if you go north, you can end up in mountains. When you got to get up by Oklahoma, it's very mountainous. So Texas has everything.
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's nice.
All right, guys, in the comments, make sure you throw us some questions down. Am I missing any questions? If you've asked a question we haven't answered it yet, throw it back up there. I'm not sandbagging you. It's just going really fast. So I already know this, but Sammy, have you inspired anyone to ride or wrench on their own bikes?
Yes, quite a few people actually. There's a pretty large group of friends that I work with that I've talked into getting bikes, and we go for rides and everything. And Toni.
Yep.
I'm actually in the process of teaching another friend of mine how to ride right now.
Nice, good job.
Yeah.
It's always a success story. I love to hear that when people say, even Aaron, even though he's not a 500 Rebel, got a friend to ride and buy a bike. So yeah, I love it. I love hearing
That's awesome.
Toni. Obviously the dude from work.
Yeah, the guy from work. Probably my dad, because my dad's been wanting to ride really bad. And then I think our friend Sarah, the one she's teaching how to ride, I think it's kind of a mutual thing, so she can come on rides with both of us. But
I think it was more of you
really
inspiring her.
Probably, yeah. But I'd say, yeah, just a couple people. When I go to work, people are always talking about how nice my bike is and how they want that. And I was like, oh, well, get one and we can,
They don't ride motorcycles.
They don't. I was like, well, get one then. Like,
I hear it all the time. I hear people, oh man, I really wish I could get a motorcycle. What do you think I should get? Can you help me look at a motorcycle? Maybe 1 out of 10 will actually get a motorcycle after that. And
Right.
Like, ride the wave. If it's still for you after a while, yeah, go for it, and I'll help you. And I always tell people, yeah, before you buy it, let me go with you. I have to pick it out. Have you pick a new one. I'll look it over for you. And maybe 1 out of 10 will actually go get a motorcycle. The rest of them just kind of, they forget about it. It's like a flavor of the month thing. But once you do get one, you're hooked.
oh, absolutely.
So, Toni, if you could tell a new rider one thing you had to learn the hard way, what would it be?
Don't be nervous about riding. It's pretty much the same as a car. It may be a little scary at first, but don't be nervous about like oncoming traffic or like cars beside you. Just be calm. Don't be nervous. Because I was very nervous.
I think you're nervous about everything when you first start, and it doesn't even matter motorcycles. It's whatever you do for the first time, whether it's a new job, a new skill, a new thing you're doing. You're always scared at first, and then it just becomes second nature, and you don't even think about it. So
Yeah.
Good advice, Sammy. What about you?
Don't slam the front brake.
Oh yeah,
Ever.
that's a good one.
You cannot tell people that enough, but yes, absolutely. It's funny, every time I go test drive, no matter, they'll ask you, well, how long you been riding? So I've been riding for 40 years, and they're like, okay, well, when you get on it, make sure when you go to turn, don't hit that front brake. Okay, and it's like an automatic thing. But I see it though, how many people drop brand new bikes they take out for demo rides.
Yeah.
And so I see now why they tell everybody, don't hit the front brake, don't hit the front brake, no matter what Dan the fireman says. Stupid dude. That's another story. So, Sammy, how about you? What would you tell a new rider that you had to learn the hard way?
The
Front brake.
main thing is don't slam the front brakes, but also to pay extra attention.
Yeah.
Ride basically like everyone's trying to kill you, so you can see all the little things. You'll stay a lot safer.
Hell yeah. Dave Howard says, don't cover the front brake while you're riding. Nothing absolutely kills me more, even in a car, to watch people and you can tell that they're riding the brake because their brake light just stays on. And you can see people shimmying. On a motorcycle, you can tell because when they're riding, they'll start shimmying. They start doing it and they don't even realize it. They'll just start, the bike will shimmy because they get, and then the bike's shimmying and then they squeeze it more and then they realize they're on the front brake.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Sammy, what is one thing people may not know about you? That you don't know how to use the French press.
Yeah. Anybody that's watched my YouTube video knows now that I don't know how to use a French press.
Oh yeah, I was telling TV, leave her for 5 minutes. Don't do it yet. What are you doing? You can't mess up the French press. You can't mess. Am I supposed to stir it? Yeah, stir it. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Coffee's
No
gone.
idea.
It's fine. I bet the coffee was still good though, right?
Yeah, definitely. I don't really know. I'm pretty open about myself.
I mean, he dresses like a tomboy, but you're actually pretty girly, and a lot of people don't know that. So.
That's true.
Her favorite color is pink.
Do what?
You're pink. When I asked her about, I was like, well, what should I do her titles in? She goes, oh, pink. And I went,
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my favorite color.
And obviously yours is blue, right?
Yes. Blue and it's purple right now, but it's definitely blue. Oh, yeah. I didn't even notice.
I was gonna ask if your hair is purple now or blue, and then I remembered that we did the titles in purple, so I was like, okay, let's.
Yeah.
For now, it's purple.
That's one thing people don't know about me. I don't know. I'm pretty open about everything too. I don't know if I have something that people don't know about me.
You're weird.
I mean, that's pretty
Very weird.
People know that I'm weird.
Very weird.
Probably not as weird as I am when I'm at home with you, but yeah, I don't know. I think that's the only one I'm like drawing a blank for.
Okay, we can come back to it. So let me ask you both a question. I know you didn't get the penis tattoo. What tattoo did you get?
I
Or can you tell
got
us?
a barbed wire.
No.
I got a barbed wire on my ankle, on the front part of my ankle.
Okay.
And I got a cowboy hat that says Yeehaw.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. I know somebody in the chat that's going to love that. All right. So now we're getting into Juice's question. If you could buy any bike right now, but you had to own it for the rest of your life, you wouldn't have to ride it every day. It wouldn't be your only bike, but whatever it was, you had to own it for the rest of your life. What would it be?
Probably a Nets bike, the Street Bob. That's nice.
I did like her bike. Mine would be a Road Glide. I'm not a big Harley fan, but I'm a little bit of a simp for a Road Glide.
It is. So I have a Sportster, but the Road Glide Limited is the only Harley I've ever had that I went absolutely crazy over, and I didn't think I was going to like it. I rented one because the BMW went into the shop, but it's my big touring bike. So I had to get a touring bike, so I got one from Harley, and they gave me the Road Glide Limited. And at first I hated it, but once I got it on the highway, oh, so smooth, so awesome. And then it rained on the way back, and I went in, we stopped at a restaurant and met some friends, and we were coming out of this big steep hill, pouring rain, and the bike handled so well. And so
right on.
If I was going to get another, it is probably one of the only Harleys that has traction control. It has hill assist, and it's duded out. It is absolutely duded out. And I didn't have to sync it to my phone. I just turned my phone on. When I turned the stereo on, I had my music from my phone coming on, and I was like, oh my god, I'm actually impressed by Harley. How's this working? But oh, absolutely, the Road Glide, hands down. Tony, so you said the Street Bob. Why the Street Bob?
Yes. So when we were at the Forgotten Angels, Annette and her husband, Devin, we were talking and we were looking at her bike. She let me ride it around, and I've always eyeballed Street Bobs, but the way it rode, it was just so smooth, and it just felt perfect.
Okay. So, flip side of that question, what bike would you ride one time, knowing that you could never afford it, and you could never get back on it again once you got off, but you really, really want to ride it just once?
What would yours be? It'd be that, what?
An absolute, either an H2 or an absolute clapped out chopper. Like one that is so sketchy that you're not sure if you'll survive. That's definitely my two picks.
I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I don't really know a lot of motorcycles, honestly. I just know a select few, but...
There's a Honda Rebel 500.
And I know some Harleys.
She is working her way up.
Yeah. I'm a work in progress.
So the H2 I saw in person when I went up to the Kawasaki dealer up here, and it's a return back to the scary bikes. The first bike that I ever laid down and I crashed hard was a Kawasaki 750 Limited. And the bike was literally as tall as it was long. It was a very short wheelbase and it was high. The H2 is a return to that. It's a death machine. The original H2 was a Widowmaker.
Yeah.
They called it the Widowmaker. And so it's a return
I know
to...
which one.
Yeah. It's a return to bikes that want to kill you violently.
Yeah.
But there's just something about that makes you go, it's like a bull. It's like, I can do this. I can do this.
Mm-hmm.
I can stay on for 8 seconds.
That's why it's a one-time bike for me.
It's a one-time thing. Because, it's one of those, if you got on twice, you probably, everything that scared you about it and kept you from doing the worst thing, you get back on the second time and go, I can do it. I can do that. No problem. And then you kill yourself. Or at least break your back or something.
Yeah.
So, Tony, what's something we don't know about you?
Let's see.
I told you we'd return to it.
I don't think a lot of people know that I can paint.
Oh, that's true.
Okay.
And she can sing.
Oh.
I'm not singing.
You know.
Very well.
So we have the karaoke. We have karaoke at Forgotten Angels, but we also have sea shanties.
What is it?
So I was in the Navy. So have you ever played Black Flag? What's it called? Assassin's Creed. Sea shanties. So a sea shanty is an old sailor song that they sing to pass the time because they're out at sea. It's very boring. All they hear is birds squawking. So they would sing to pass the time. So it's old sea songs, and if you don't know, you should probably get into the Discord. Get her into the Discord. Sammy's already in there, and we'll add you to the list of the working boys. And it's a bunch of guys. We're all going to get up. If you were at Forgotten Angels, you had to hear us singing in the back. We were back on the other side by his trailer, and we get out there and we get drunk and we start drinking whiskey and rum, and we start singing old sea songs.
It was like right before the lightsaber thing.
Is that the one where there was a whole bunch of people up on stage singing it?
They did one of those out there. They did do one sea shanty on stage, and then my guys got up there and took over because the guys
okay.
were very yes. Hated to see that. We were much better than them, so yeah. Anyway, sorry. All right, so we know everything about Toni. I guess we can pass that question on. We'll find out on the 22nd. I'll ask you again on film.
Okay.
Okay, Aaron wants to know, what bike have you ridden and you swear you'll never ride it again? You absolutely hated it.
Road King.
All right.
I think it was a 2010. My niece's boyfriend, when he first got it, I rode it, and I hated it. It gave me a headache. It shook me so much. It was terrible.
Shook me all night long. Yeah. I will never have another bike that doesn't have a fairing. The wind in your hair thing is great for small jaunts and running around town and going to bars, but if you get on the highway and you're doing 70 or 80 with no fairing and no windshield, I don't know how people do it. I had a Sabre that didn't have a windshield, and I literally thought it felt like the whole front of my neck was like swollen from trying to hold my head up.
Shoot.
Which is also probably why guys that ride those don't wear helmets, because you can't. I mean, adding that much mass and wind sail to your head would probably break your neck. Aaron says he's going to send you guys a clip of us singing. So going to Discord. Yeah, going to Discord, he's going to post one of our videos where we were all singing.
Okay.
All right. Who went?
I don't think... Oh, I'm sorry.
Nope. Go ahead.
I don't think I have a bike that I don't like riding. Maybe Samantha's, because it's too wide for me, and my arms are out here like this.
Whap. Love you, babe. Whap. Know your place.
Right.
But yeah, probably Samantha's bike, because it's just too wide for me.
Okay. But so, okay, we asked about your long-term bike, but what bike will you get next?
Will I get next?
Yes.
Probably Street Bob.
Okay.
Probably.
No
Definitely in the
surprise
future. It's a little pricey, but
you can
definitely
get used. The good thing about Harleys is there are those people that buy them because they want a motorcycle, and then they sit and they sit and they sit, and then they'll let them go.
That's true.
I just saw a Road King Police Edition. It was I think it was a RTP. But it was a duded out bike. Somebody bought a demo bike that they used for a demo for police departments to see what they can put on them, and it was on sale. It was a 2017 for $7,000. And I'm like, if I had the money for this, I would sock it up with a biscuit. Well, quickly. But so you can find cheap Harleys out there. You just gotta not even know where to look. But you just like trip on them. You can look at the same place twice and find different bikes for different prices, and Just keep looking, and you will find one that you can afford if that's what you really want.
I'll definitely keep my 4 eyes open.
Make sure you have money in the bank, though, because they disappear quick. They absolutely disappear
yeah.
quick. All right, so who wants to go first on this one? What is your toxic trait? And by toxic trait, I mean the thing that you just do all the time and it drives other people crazy, even though it really doesn't bother you.
I think mine would be when I get mad, I kind of take it out on other people, not meaning to, but I think that would be my toxic trait. Especially like if it just happened and they come up and try to talk to me, I'm like, I need a minute to cool down. Like, just give me some space.
We've all been there.
Not doing the dishes.
Sammy says she has no toxic traits, but no.
I don't know.
You don't really have. No, you don't have any.
You have none, sweetie. That's why I married you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Not doing the dishes.
Not doing the dishes. That's my toxic trait.
Yeah, a toxic trait doesn't have to be a real bad thing. It's just something that other people go, oh my God, I can't believe you did that again. So, fair game.
Yeah.
All right. So, last question. What is the one thing that you will never take a road trip without?
Gas.
It could be more than one thing. It could be more than one thing. What would you just not get on the bike? Let's say for a camping trip. What would you not go without?
Something to play music. Whether it be earbuds or speaker or my phone in general. I have to have music.
Or a better air mattress.
To travel at all. Oh, I don't want to talk about that. I'm still traumatized.
You're still traumatized.
We're on probably, I think, our 4th or 5th mattress. We've tried air mattresses. We've tried foam mattresses. We've tried roll-up mattresses. So, yeah, we're still... There's no end to that. And I did see somebody at the camp out that had a full air mattress, like a queen size, like 18-inch thick mattress in their tent. And
that's what we had too.
Yeah, now we have a tent that's big enough to do that. So man, maybe we got that big ass wolf walker now. So maybe that's what we need to step up to.
I think mine would probably be a cast iron skillet, just so I can make my food on it. Or like, I don't know. Does it have to be like moto camping or just like camping in general?
It could be moto camping. It could be a road trip. You're just driving across, through
going anywhere.
Trip.
Yeah.
I need some snacks, definitely.
Yes. Another toxic trait.
What are you
she gets hangry. She gets hangry.
And then she yells at everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. Not myself when I don't eat a Snickers.
Facts.
Yeah, cast iron skillets I agree with because so this last time we tried some not really expensive, but we tried some like fold up camp set stuff that stacked all inside each other, and it was really cool, and it was horrible. It wouldn't hold the even heat. It was very bad. But a cast iron, two things about it. One, it holds very good heat. It heats evenly, and when you're done, you don't have to wash it. You just throw it back on the fire and let everything burn off of it.
Yep. Love cast irons.
Same.
All right. In the chat, we've got people saying rain gear, water. Nar said cast iron Dutch oven. But yeah, Juice brought that. It wasn't Nar. I don't know what Nar is talking about, trying to take other people's answers. All right. So, do you have any questions for me?
Do you have any questions?
What is one song that you're gonna sing for karaoke?
Oh yeah,
at camp out.
Only one? Shoot. So I've been thinking about doing probably the mood of the crowd, I'm either going to do Ride the Lightning or I'm going to do Simple Man.
Nice.
Ooh, those are two very good
And
songs.
I'm not going to do Leonard Skinner's version. I'm going to do Shinedown's version.
Oh,
Nice.
It's a little more waily, a little more effectual, acoustic.
Yeah.
yeah.
Who got you into riding motorcycles?
My stepbrother.
Your stepbrother?
Yep. So when I was probably 10. He had a Honda 80 dirt bike, and I wanted one. So my dad went to the auction, and he bought me a Suzuki 90. Probably just where I'd have 10 cc's over my stepbrother. But it was frozen up, so I put diesel in the cylinders, got it to crank over, got it to roll, and then I rode the crap out of that thing until it wouldn't run anymore. Looking back now, what's crazy is I know now that it was the condenser and the points were bad on the bike. That's why it wouldn't run right after a while. But back then I was like, well, it doesn't run. I guess I got to sell it to somebody. And some dude came and bought it from me for $50.
Oh, nice.
So I wish it was probably the crappiest bike I had. When I got it, the paint was coming off. It was starting to rust. So I sanded it down and I painted it with a paintbrush. And I painted it blue. I rock blue. And I did a great job. For a 10-year-old, they did a really good job. But, yep, that's how I got into motorcycles. And from then I went to, he traded in a boat when he was probably 16 and got a Hidaka Desert Rat. And then when I started buying my own bikes, I bought a Suzuki 650 Turbo. Was my first motorcycle. In Texas, you didn't need an endorsement at that time. This was like the mid-'80s. And then I joined the Navy, and then I started going through other bikes. And from then, it was, like I said, it was a virus. I couldn't shake it. No amount, and I say virus, not a bacteria, because no amount of antibiotics will clear it up. You just gotta, it's stuck with you forever.
That's right.
All right, somebody has a question from me. What days am I going to be in Ohio? Okay, so riding up on the Thursday, we're going to go by and see Father Bobber. Friday, we're going to go into Ohio. And if NAR is not available Friday night, we'll probably stay in a hotel. And then Saturday, go to the meetup and meet everybody. And I have door prizes. I have this whole bag of things that Andy Ridge sent me. And if you guys don't know, it's not a sponsorship. I actually work for them. I'm the head of their testing and charitable contributions. And I asked the guy to send me a bunch of free stuff to give out, and he did. And I'll have stickers, and I'll have this thing that's in this little box here. And I'm going to keep that a secret because I'm doing a video on it probably tomorrow. I'm doing install, and I'm going to make a video about it, and then I have some to give away.
Nice.
All right. If everybody's done here, we're going to go ahead and close. You guys got any closing remarks? I know, Sammy, you've got a social, so would you like to give us your social media contact information?
Instagram and YouTube. It's just Sammi G-Doe.
And you're putting out videos. So you guys go subscribe. If you're not in the Discord, all her Discord information, I've been putting your videos in the Discord where people can see them. Have you seen any reflection?
Yeah, I've seen them.
So are people subscribing? Are we getting out there? Are we getting people on board?
Yeah, I've gotten, I'd say the last 2 videos, I've gotten like 13 or 14 more subscribers. So
hell yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling.
You have what?
86 now.
86 subscribers?
Hell yeah. Rock on.
Good.
Tony, what's wrong with you?
Nothing's wrong with me.
You gonna do a YouTube channel?
I eventually want to make a YouTube. I'll probably do like DIY projects or like gardening, maybe a little motorcycle, just
all over the place.
All over the place.
I don't know how mine's getting through.
If you want to have a hit video, do oil changes, spark plug changes, anything you do to the motorcycle, film it. And people go crazy for that. I've got videos that are over 2 years old of me changing the oil on the BMW, and it's because one, it's a upper class bike, even though it's not that expensive compared to a Harley, but it's a bike that people are convinced that they can't do the oil changes on themselves or they can't do the resets on. And when they see somebody do it, they're like, I can do that. Let's watch that video again. And so it hits. And you wouldn't believe how many people, if you start typing into the Google search, oil change on, and you see all these bikes pop up, and that's what people are looking for. How to change oil on a Kawasaki, how to change oil on anything really, because even when people go to buy them, they look them up for like oil changes and stuff to see how easy it is to change their own oil, where the plug is, where the drain plug is, where the filter is located, because they want to know that stuff before they go buy a bike. So
that's the first thing I looked at when we were looking at her bike. I saw where the filter was, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna be easy."
And the air filter too, that makes a huge difference.
I approve.
I have
We'll
a friend
definitely
who's
have to-
still trying to find somebody to change his air filter. He's got it's one of the 6-cylinder, no, it's a 4-cylinder Honda, and I can't remember which one it is. But yeah, he can't get to the air filter. You have to disassemble the whole front of the bike, take all the fairings off, all the plastics off to get to the air filter. And if I was him, I would have never bought that bike. But anyway, Toni, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think probably that's actually a really good idea with the oil videos because, like you said, so many pop up for the motorcycles. But I think I'll probably do that here soon because my bike needs an oil change. So I might have a video up.
Yeah.
It's just Toni Grice. Nothing crazy.
No. Toni the Tigress. Change the
Tigress. I'll have to go into YouTube and change that.
All right, guys. Yes, it's the VTC 1300 that the air filter is so hard to change on. Aaron's asking, but yes, it is. All right, guys. You guys want to stick around? We're going to go ahead and close. Thanks for coming, everybody. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Go to Sammi G-Doe and Toni the Tigress. Subscribe to their channels. And good content coming, guys. All right, guys.